Welcome to NEXTGames Odyssey series, this video covering Sheol B segment farming strategies. Now in this video I'm just going to get right into the battle example and then I'll discuss farming strategies while you're seeing my current run going on. Now recently one of my patron supporters requested that I post a more detailed video on how to solo segment farm as they were having difficulties getting more than a few hundred per run with Ninja. I'm happy to go a bit further into this subject as I've recently made some improvements over my previous best runs in both Sheol B and C. So in Sheol B, it is important to note that you do not want to focus on the Nostos mobs, as even though they die quickly, they're only worth about 13 segments starting on floor 1. So to maximize your segment farming in B, you really want to get in as many NMs, Agons, and chests as you can. Now once you enter the first floor, you want to quickly start your search for either a NM4 spawn location or the Agon mobs. Now both being in the same location as it is here in my battle example is the ideal placement. Start by picking off all of the normal Nostos mobs in the area. Now most should die to a single skill chain magic burst combination, and if you have a magic burster such as Matsui P, Arc TT, or Shantoto 2 present, they will do good magic damage bursting off your continual light skill chains or dark skill chains. You want to be sure to pull all of the Nostos mobs and kill them before engaging the Agon Halo, as you don't want any more adds than is absolutely necessary when it's Agon time. Now once all the Nostos mobs are dead, approach that Halo safely with your Malignant set up, as well as Yonin, Kaka, and Myoshu. Now multi-step skill chains are the fastest way to take out the Agon Halo, but if you can't accomplish that, Shun for light skill chain spam if you have a Hishi, or He with a Kanagi will also take it out quickly. Your hope is obviously to take out the Halo without any of those Agon Beastmen aggroing you. However, more times than not, by the time that Halo is down, all 6 of them are going to be on you. When this inevitably happens, quickly switch to your evasion set and throw up a Seek again. This should buy you enough time to finish the Halo if you have not done so already, and also take out at least one of the Beastmen. Continue to take out the Beastmen, taking out the mages and ranged mobs first in my opinion if possible, and then once you're down to 3 to 4 Beastmen remaining, go ahead and switch back to your normal TP Malignant set to finish off the rest quickly. Now once all Agon are dead, you want to use the NM spawn location that spawns as a result of that to spawn a random NM and kill it for 150 points. So you'll get 220 for killing all of the Agon Beastmen, and then an additional 150 for killing the NM. Additionally, you will have just earned 130 13-puller Nostos mob for taking out all the Nostos in that area. Now once the NM is dead, you want to go search out the other NM's 4 spawn location on the first floor. That is, of course, if you haven't already popped it. And then go up to floor 2. Note, you do not want to clear a lot of mobs around the NM4 spawn location. You just want to clear enough so that you can safely pop the NM with at most 1 aggroing you. Now the NM you choose to 4 spot can greatly affect your run potential, so you want to pop ones that you know you can take out quickly. Stay away from the NMs that use Benediction or have regen once the adds are spawned, as those will obviously take you longer. You normally want to focus on NMs that have offensive SP abilities, so that things like Invincible and Perfect Dodge don't waste your time. Now some of the good NMs that I have found to take on are Akido, Apollinaris, Bez, Ganji, Maverick Maud, Pseinui, and Tebajet. Now after the Force Pop NM is dead, immediately head up onto floor 2. Killing the NM should get you an additional 150 segments. Now once you're on floor 2, your first and most important objective is to quickly find the NM4 spawn location. There is no Agon on floor 2, so keep this in mind. Now force pop and kill that other NM for an additional 170 segments. Now you have more than 5... Now this is where your run can diverge into multiple paths depending on how it's gone thus far. If you have more than 5 minutes left at this point, you want to head immediately up to floor 3. But normally, you'll have right around 5 minutes or less at this point, and you want to use that time to farm enough Nostos mobs around you to get 5 Izzet to open a chest for your last 75 segments. Now if you do make it to floor 3 and you have more than 5 minutes left, you want to immediately find the force pop location there, pop and kill that fourth and final NM for 190 segments, and then get enough Izzet to open the final chest on the third floor for an additional 75 points. Now also note that you can choose not to spawn an NM with the 10 Izzet from the Aegon mobs, and instead open 2 chests with it for the same 150 points. Now this is going to save you up to 3 to 5 minutes and normally lead to more overall segments from your run. However, it won't help much with your MM level, so keep this in mind. Note, this only works when you have 2 circumstances met. The first is you need to make sure that you have easy access to 2 chests to quickly open. If you have to go running around the floor to look for them, all of this is for naught and you shouldn't even try it. Additionally, you have to have opened more than 50 chests in Sheol B before, because doing so will lower your total to open each chest to 5 Izzet. If it's any more than that, once again, this isn't going to be worth it. If you have not yet opened 50 chests in Sheol B or C, it's actually quite easy to do so. Just hop on Thief and use the strategies that I show you in my earlier episodes in the series to Thief farm the zone and open that amount of chests in probably less than 5 runs. So don't see that as an insurmountable amount if you don't have it. Just go ahead and get the runs in with your Thief so that you can then open these chests for 5 Izzet. So let's go ahead and put this all together now and show you what a good run will look like and what a great run will look like. Now most of the time you should be able to easily get the floor 1 Aegon mobs completed, the Aegon NM defeated, force pop an NM on floor 1, and 1 section or 10 Nostros mobs. You also should be able to then move up to floor 2 and pop 1 NM and kill 15 more Nostros mobs for enough to open a chest with 5 Izzet. If you do all of that, which should be a pretty normal run for you, this should net you 1,195 segments, and it's, like I said, it's about an average run. Now if you're going for maximum segments, you will instead on floor 1 kill Aegon mobs, force pop the NM, kill 10 Nostros mobs, as well as open 2 chests with your Izzet from the Aegon mobs, and then head up to floor 2 with usually 3 to 5 minutes ahead of our previous strategy. You will then, on floor 2, kill 1 force NM, and then immediately move up to floor 3, where again you will seek out the force NM spawn location and spawn it again for a third NM force spawn. Also on the third floor, you will kill 15 Nostros mobs. This will allow you to get your 5 Izzet to open 1 final chest. If you can have this excellent run, you will net 1,425. I've managed to do this a total of 3 times now, so it's certainly possible. Now, I personally find Sheol B much less stressful than Sheol C. Little can go wrong to ruin your Sheol B runs, and I find getting 1,200 to 1,400 quite consistent. Now, Sheol C offers more potential, as most of my runs there end in the 1,400 to 1,800 segment range, but the failure rate is substantially higher, as you need to take out Aegon mobs in order to achieve these higher numbers, which can be kind of hit and miss depending on the enemies that end up spawning on your particular map. Now I'll be showing videos of how to farm Sheol C in the future, but I really feel Sheol B, using the strategy that I just recommended above, is the most stress-free and reliable method for most soloers. I also want to point out that the nice part about Sheol B is you can use this strategy that I just recommended with pretty much any DD job, or really any job in general, and you can simply substitute Arky-V for Matsui P if you want a tank in there. Now, by contrast, if you go to Sheol C, you're going to have a much more difficult time taking on the Aegon mobs to get those higher numbers, unless you're on one of those few jobs that is really good at soloing that Sheol C content. Okay, I think that's about all I have to share for Sheol B. I hope you found that helpful. I'm going to go ahead and let the rest of this run play so you have a complete idea of what one of these runs look like. Now this particular run is only about 1,200. We did make it to floor 3, but it does show you what I feel most jobs should be able to achieve on most of their normal, consistent runs. Okay, enjoy the rest of the run, everyone. That's going to be it for segment farming in Sheol B. I hope you found that helpful. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. In the next video in the farming series, we'll show you how to farm Sheol C. Stay safe and stay healthy out there.